Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we dive into the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and explore the road ahead for them and their companies. I'm your host, Zach Young, and in each episode, we uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced along the way, and the strategies driving their future growth. Today, we're joined by Michelangelo Gerardi, an online business mentor who helps personal trainers transition from in-person or time-for-money models into scalable online coaching businesses. Michelangelo has helped hundreds of trainers build six-figure per year businesses by leveraging simple systems that don't rely on websites, certifications, paid ads, or massive social media followings. His approach focuses on simplicity, leverage, and freedom, showing trainers how to work from anywhere, impact more people, and run their businesses in as little as 10 hours a week using nothing more than a phone and a clear client delivery system. Michelangelo, a very warm welcome to Founders Future.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great episode. We've got a lot to dive into here. Before we do, I do like to start with your background, though. So before coaching, before what you're doing now, can you tell us what were you doing previously and what was really your inspiration for getting into this space?
Yeah, great question. So not going too far back, graduated 4 years of college with a kinesiology degree, got into physical therapy school. It's a doctorate program. Through that first year of PT school, I was making about 10 grand a month through online fitness coaching. Coming into my second year, I was doing about 20 to 30K a month. It came to a point where I was skipping classes in order to take sales calls and train clients and that kind of stuff. And for those of you who understand how expensive school is, it's not something you want to do. And so I decided my last semester, I'm going to drop out and just go all in on online fitness coaching. Invested in a couple mentors, got myself up to about $50,000 a month without any ads, and decided my new passion is business, not fitness, but I still really love fitness. So I decided to get into business mentorship, helping people implement the same systems I use in my business, to skill theirs to 50K a month organically.
Very nice. Very nice. I think that leads us very well into the present day. And I'm curious, when did you make the switch from fitness trainer to coach, business coach? How long ago was that?
It's about 3 years ago when I made the switch from online fitness coaching to business coach. I still do a little bit of both, but over the 3 years, it's been progressively more focused on the business side of things.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, let's dive into the business today. What does working with yourself look like? How do you structure your work with your clients? Everything like that.
From like an onboarding standpoint, you mean?
But just,
Or
are you doing, is it a lot of one-on-one work, some group coaching, of course, community involved, that kind of stuff?
yeah, got it. Yeah. So you come in, everything is one-to-one with me. So I've been a part of those mentorships and groups where you just get thrown in a group and you're sitting around group calls for an hour, hoping that your question gets answered. Sometimes it doesn't. So I'm the direct opposite of that. Everything's one-to-one. I cap this at a certain amount of people. I always tell people I don't have to do business coaching. I want to. And so I want to really enjoy who I work with. And so I cap it because I don't have all the time in the world to just take one-on-one calls with everyone every week. So they have weekly one-on-one calls with me. We do have group settings and group calls, but they're very small and intimate. We have a community for questions, and everyone has my personal cell phone number to ask me questions outside of our one-to-one calls as well. They'll have a course. And essentially what I teach is how to turn your content into clients and cash.
Very important. I am curious, most of the people coming to you, are they just starting out, maybe at step 0 or 1, or are some of them more established, would you say?
Most of the people coming to me are just getting the used to posting on Instagram, but maybe have a client or two online, but mostly in person. So I'd say my average client will come to me with about 1,500 followers. They've been posting for about 6 months or so, maybe doing low ticket, but not really making any significant amount of money, but sitting on this good nest egg of followers that they just don't know how to convert into high ticket clients.
I would love to dive into this because this is something that everyone struggles with. You just said that 1,500 followers is a decent amount of followers, and it is. A lot of people think they need 50, 100K, 200K to be making the 20, 30 grand a month you were mentioning. Just walk us through the process. If you have a couple thousand followers, how can they turn their content into, these machines bringing in paid clients?
Yeah, so there's three pillars of content. So you have top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. Top of funnel is The analogy I use, if you're in the deep sea and you have a net, you throw out the net in the ocean and you just drag up anything that you can, right? So top of funnel, you're trying to go viral, get millions and millions of views, bring in anyone that you can. Then you sort through that net that you just came in, say you only want crabs, you take out everything else. That's what your middle of funnel will do, where now your nurture content, your more in-depth educational talking videos where people hear your voice, the authenticity, the lifestyle type content, that'll help take out the trash and keep the crabs only, so to speak, in the net and get people warmed up to you and your brand. Then you have your bottom of funnel of those people that have been warmed up for a while. They're on the fence. They're looking for a coach. They're going back between you and four other people. How do we get this person off the fence to now take action and want to invest in our services? So following that funnel, I think the number one thing that people hire me for is the viral type stuff. For the last 3 years, I've gone viral at least one time a month on my own fitness page. So I've never had to pay for ads because I have 2+ million impressions every single month of leads, and say 1% follows me. That's 2,000 new followers per month.
The going viral piece. I'd love to ask about it. A lot of people try it, right? Going viral is a big thing these days.
Yeah.
Do you just got to start off with just such a crazy claim? Is it the eye catcher within the first 2 seconds? Is that the key, or share some of the secrets?
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, and you can follow this to a T and sometimes still not go viral. I would say I'm good at increasing your likelihood by 10x, right? So there's a framework, the way the algorithm works, what your ideal client wants. So, yes, if you say an outlandish statement or something very polarizing, get a lot of hate in the comments, that's going to drive engagement. Get a lot of people to love you in the comments, that's going to drive engagement. But you want to have the hook on the screen that gets someone to say, oh, I haven't heard this before, or, oh, this is completely against what I thought was true, or something that stops the scroll. And then you have a long caption down below that kind of, one, explains yourself, but two, is value packed. So that way, as they're reading the caption, the video is just playing up above. And up above, what are you doing? Telling the algorithm, hey, this person likes this video. So now Instagram is going to push it out to more and more people.
Very interesting. Good tip right there. Absolutely. He's a little game in the system a little bit, but totally allowed.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. A big topic of conversation is just the amount of posting you should be doing these days. Do you need to have 10 stories a day and show every single meal you're eating? What's your opinion there? How often do you need to be in front of these people's eyeballs?
The more often, the better. Someone's ready to buy when they watch 7 hours of your content or 7 hours of hearing your voice, right? I'd say one post a day minimum. I'm not a guy that likes minimum though. So two, the more the merrier, the more shots you take, the more likely you are to make a basket. So I tell my students one a day minimum. If you want to do two a day, that would really help you out. Say one top of funnel, one middle of funnel a day, 2 to 3 stories a day of just day in the life and what you're doing, building trust, taking your prospect through your day to day. Say, imagine your stories as a Netflix episode. Just take them through your day and let them watch the episode. And then the reels and the content is to bring in new people to find out about your Netflix episode, and then they'll start watching you.
You've been in the game for a decent amount of time now. I'd love to ask, have you seen the factor of people buying people? Right. Like you said, you're letting them into your life. There's thousands of fitness coaches out there. People are really picking their fitness coach if they like you, if they're relatable to you. Is that something you've seen pick up more recently, or has that been the case for as long as you've been in the game?
For sure. Like when I started in 2018, I could put up anything and I'm going to get clients. I didn't have a lot of competition. Now people are catching on. It's getting very saturated, which is not inherently a bad thing. It's just it weeds out the people who don't want to sharpen their skills and keeps the people who are willing to adapt, learn, and sharpen. Brand is more and more important than it has ever been, unless you have a super unique selling mechanism like some sort of hormone panel or blood work or whatever. Like one of my students does blood work. She's functional medicine doctor, ties it into weight loss, does about 90 grand a month without any ads. It's because she has a killer offer, right? So she can put up legitimately anything and it goes viral. If you just help someone lose weight and tell them not to eat pizza, that video is not going to go viral. It has to be you, your brand. And I was just getting off a call with one of my other students. He joined me a couple weeks ago, has grown his following by over 1,000 already. He had his first million view video. He is, I said, become the guy that wears no shirt with an apron on, because he was asking me that. I'm like, that can be your brand. You can be the guy that everyone knows that cooks with an apron on but doesn't have a shirt. There's Ashton Hall, the guy who dunks his head inside of ice, or just like the Tarzan guy who goes and wrestles with snakes. Oh, that's the guy that like wrestles with snakes online. So you are your personal brand. You don't necessarily need a unique niche if you don't have one.
The brand. Absolutely true. I know you're doing a lot of one-on-one work with your clients. Do you have any employees or anyone who's helping you out on the back end, or are you truly a one-man show?
My fiance, who does a lot for me. So it's a one man, one woman show, and I want to keep it that way. I've realized that the congestion of a team and needing to make sure that I can get them paid and making sure that they're trained, I just don't really enjoy that. And if I don't enjoy it, I don't care how much money I'm making, I don't want to do it. So I am happy as a clam with where things are and with me and my fiance and how things are running.
There's more to life outside of business, outside of money. Money's important, that's for sure. So
Money makes things a lot better for sure.
it does.
It's not everything, but it makes things a lot better.
It does. Fiance, family coming anytime soon? Is that part of the plan?
Very soon. Yes. Hopefully, God willing, within the next year or two. So we will see.
I love that. I love that. So keeping things the same. You're good with where you're at. Family coming soon. Any other goals? Let's say you've got for 2026 that's slowly but very quickly approaching.
Yeah. I think the goal is always keep growing emotionally, business, financially, physically, getting in better shape, growing the family, impacting more people, always trying to have a better impact and give myself some meaning on the world here. And I think that's the goal. Of course, always want to grow the business. I'm not complacent, but I'm happy with where I'm at. And I think anyone listening to this, if you feel like you're destined for more, got to figure it out to get to that next level.
Absolutely. You've been in fitness a long time. I'm curious about
Yeah.
your fitness goals. Are you doing any powerlifting? Anything specific there?
Man, it'd be easier to tell you what's not injured versus what is injured, vice versa. So I go to the gym right now, man. I'm trying to maintain. I've been working out since I was 14 years old. So I got a good cushion. My goal now is just let's not lose it. I love the way I look. Let's not lose it and get lazy.
That sounds like your late 20s, 30s. We're not 18
Yeah.
anymore. We're not going for a one rep max every single time we're in the gym.
No more
For sure.
110-pound shoulder press. That's for sure.
Oh boy, I couldn't imagine. I just felt a pretty big twitch in my shoulder just hearing that. I couldn't imagine. Michelangelo, pleasure having you on. Where can the listeners find you? Where can they connect with you online?
Yeah, so Instagram would probably be the best place at Michael Gerardi _, MichaelGerardi or you can head over to my website. Maybe put this in the show notes, coach.gerardiperformance.com /NGC-opt-in. And you can check out everything I do for my personal trainers.
Perfect. Pleasure having you on, my friend. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Zach.
Absolutely. And that will wrap up another inspiring episode of the Founders Feature. To our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to go and connect with Michelangelo and all of his social media and website. All of those links will be in the show notes and description down below. And if you are a business owner, specifically a coach, consultant, or agency owner, and you're looking to scale your business, and you really want to enhance your sales and marketing efforts, visit closers.io to hop on a call with our team and discover how we went from 0 to 30 million per year in less than 3 years. Until then, keep on climbing.